Welcome back to Summarize Science. Imagine an AI that could teach itself to become smarter without a human teacher. This is the goal of self-improving AI, a concept brought to life in a new paper about a system called SPICE. While self-play has created superhuman AI for games, it often fails for language models, causing them to get stuck in a loop of making up nonsense. The SPICE framework aims to solve this by giving the AI a massive library to read from. Here's how it works, using a single AI model that plays two different roles. First, there's the challenger, whose job is to read a random document and create a difficult, tricky question based on it. Then there's the reasoner, which has to answer that question without seeing the document it came from. This information gap is critical, as it forces the reasoner to think for itself instead of just looking up the answer. The system is guided by a clever reward mechanism that creates an automatic curriculum. The reasoner is rewarded simply for getting the answer right, but the challenger is rewarded for creating questions that are perfectly balanced in difficulty, ones the reasoner gets right about half the time. This constantly pushes the reasoner to the edge of its abilities, ensuring it's always learning and improving. So, does this new method actually work? The results are impressive. As you can see in these tables, SPICE consistently outperforms other state-of-the-art self-play methods across multiple different AI models. The researchers saw significant gains in both mathematical and general reasoning benchmarks. This chart shows the fascinating adversarial dynamic in action. As training progresses, the challenger gets better at creating harder problems. At the same time, the reasoner gets much better at solving those problems. They are essentially locked in a cycle of mutual improvement, each one pushing the other to become more capable. Here's a great example of that evolution. Early in its training, the challenger looks at a document about the solar system and asks a simple fact-based question. But after more training, it uses that exact same document to generate a complex, multi-step reasoning problem about an alien solar system. This shows the system isn't just memorizing, it's learning to create and solve truly challenging tasks. Let's recap the key breakthroughs from the SPICE framework. It uses one AI in two roles, a challenger and a reasoner, that compete against each other. It grounds this competition in a vast library of real-world documents to prevent the AI from making things up. This creates a self-generating curriculum that gets progressively harder. What this means for the future is a potential path to AI systems that can continuously improve themselves by interacting with the world's knowledge. This could be a pivotal step toward more powerful and autonomous artificial intelligence.